Slow pan of the stage.
That's all Sarah's doing. We're not paying her for VIP this tour, so it's just me. Times are tight, you know. How are you guys? Hey, we said VIP. We didn't say it was going to be a slick VIP. Correct. How are you all?
Good.
Welcome. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Okay, here we go. You submitted questions. We're going to answer them. This is how we like to warm up, just talking about ourselves. Yeah. We'll try to insert you into the answers. And then we'll play some songs, but we're so excited. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We love these VIP experiences. It's so fun, so.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So Jake, could I get a little more Tegan in my, so we have since updated our spreadsheet to include people's names, but I don't have your names. So if you want to raise your hand when we're reading out your question, go ahead if you are too shy. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. This first question is super light softball questions. If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be? Tegan, you go first. Oh, well, gosh, it's so hard because I hate the idea of changing anything because it makes it seem like I don't have control, and I do. So I could change anything anytime. So in this exact moment, I would change nothing, but I will say that we are in the process of changing our life. We don't tour as much, and that's been a huge change, and that's felt like a good change, because we're balancing, our motto right now is a fuller life, not a bigger life. And so Sarah had a kid, I got a dog, we tour less. That's how it works, so that's a change. If I could change one thing, if I was just going purely vanity, taller, like how many inches? I'd be even fine with like 3 to 4 more inches. You'd be fine with 3 to 4, like, what do you want to be 6 feet tall? No, I'm just saying, like, as a bare minimum, I would be excited to be like 5'5", 5'6". You can get leg extending surgery now. Great. This is a genie in a bottle question. It's like it's magic. It doesn't require surgery. That was your question? Okay. If I wasn't vanity, and I could just change one thing right now about my own life, it would be, it's not because I'm not excited to be my age, but since having a kid, I feel this morality thing, or sort of mortality thing, and morality actually, but I feel a mortality thing now that I just wish I was going to get more time. Because I love being a mom, and I love being around Sid.
Oh.
And so now I just hope I'm around to see all the things. Okay, somebody asks, you have several albums, books, a TV show. Is there an artistic medium that you haven't yet explored that you might like to explore in the future? I saw a hand go up. Was that your question? Which question? That was you? Okay, I like this question because it makes me feel really accomplished, for one, so thank you for that. Little boost of positive vibe. My own personal thing, I swear I just feel Tegan does these surveys that she makes everyone in our life fill out for our career all the time. She would be great in like HR. And I said that the only area that we haven't really explored, which we are continuing to explore, TV and books and all of these things, but I think at some point like Broadway would be cool. Like not me on Broadway. No, like writing music for Broadway. Yeah, Sarah wants to be Leo Michelle. In fact, my goal for life right now is to become more behind the scenes and just like really become mysterious. And just people are like, whatever happened to her? And the answer would be on Broadway, but just doing things behind the scenes. All right, what are 3 things that make you smile and 3 things that scare you? Who asked this one? Oh, you don't, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot. Okay. 3 things that make me smile. Well, my dog. VIP.
Yay!
Poutine. And Sarah, 3 things that scare you. Why do I have to get the hard one? How the cookie crumbles. Death. Wow.
Same.
The upcoming U.S. election.
Oh.
Climate disaster. Cool. Thank you for that question. That's my first, just off the top of my head. Those are three things that really freak me out. Here's a palate cleanser. What's your favorite lyric of mine? Oh. I can go first way to think about it. I have a tattoo of a lyric of Sarah's, Hang On To Yourself, from the song Hang On To The Night. And it's a clothing hanger. It's a clothes hanger and it has a tag on it that says Hang On To Yourself.
Oh.
Sarah? I don't completely understand how the coat hanger relates to hanging on to yourself. No, it's just funny because it's a coat hanger. Okay. Are my favorite. 25 years we've been making music together. What's your favorite lyric? I guess. That's what she just did. I guess. I mean, it's just because it's dark comes soon. It's just hard. It's hard to narrow it down. But I just said everything off of the con I think is in the ballpark. You know, it's stuff that I really think is great. Dark comes soon being, you know, which is your favorite lyric? From that song. Dark. There'll be one more day of misery. Wow. Yeah, it kind of said one more day of misery is your favorite lyric. Right? No, like the full line, the full thing. Okay. The next question is, do you have any pre-show rituals? And yes, that is, we do. And we were just talking about them backstage because tonight is our first day of tour. And so our ritual after this ends is to usually eat something quickly so that we can digest before the show. And then we just hang around. And then about an hour before show, I start panicking about what I'm gonna wear. And then I steam it, what I pick. And then I put it on. And then we hang out with the band. And then I do a little bit of vocal warm up and we come on stage. Yeah, same. Boring, right? Like, so boring. Super boring. Yeah. Now that you're both responsible adults, in quotations, in the life of a little one, okay, Sarah's kid, got it. Do you think your approach to your music and outreach has even more purpose towards being a positive influence in the world? And has that presence directly influenced music lyrics choices? I'm like 10 days away from celebrating 1 year as a parent and an adult, and I don't have time to really reflect on anything besides, like, I got a haircut for the first time in 5 months yesterday. Like, I feel unwell, you know, just really just running from like child to job, from child to job. So I think in some ways it has already affected me. I'm more selfish and self-focused because it's so hard to see outside of just keeping him alive most of the time, and then also just doing enough of my job to still get 50% of the money. And so right now I don't feel like it's necessarily affected. The outside world is not getting any benefit. So like, it makes me immediately feel guilty to say that having a child has not made me think more about like how I can help the world. I actually yesterday was caught on tape saying, as Sid was joyfully screaming and running with my partner through a field, I said, you know, if anything, I feel less concerned about the world right now. It's just, I'll be dead, and it's just, that's the world he gets. And it didn't make me feel good to say that, but like, what choice do I have now? And so in some ways, I'm just more practical now and pragmatic, because I'm like, all I can do is really take care of him and make things good for him right now. But that's also from a lady who only got her hair cut once in the last year. So maybe I'll pick up steam as we keep going. Hi, Tegan. How does Georgia, that's my dog, that's not the next question. I see what's happening. Well, I'm being aware of timing, so I gotta skip a couple. As usual, we'll answer anything we don't get to on Substack. Okay. True. We have a mailing list /blog /creative outlet on Substack called I Think We're Alone Now. And if you're not subscribed, you should. And I will answer questions there. Okay, hi Tegan. Also, you know, you just told this whole thing about your baby and being selfish, so I'll jump into a question about me. Is that okay? To show how selfish you and self-focused you are as well. Yes. Hi Tegan, how does Georgia handle you being away when you tour? What a great question. I think she probably doesn't notice or care because time works differently, I think, for animals, but my partner does tell me that the day I leave, she pretty much just sits by the door, like waiting for me to come back. And so we have like a new thing now where when I leave, immediately like my partner takes her to the park or out with her dog pack so that she's distracted. And I do notice when I come home, increasingly, she's 3 now, it's like the whining, you know the videos you see like on YouTube where it's like owner reunited with their dog after 2 years. It's like, you know, like the dog's just losing it. She's increasingly getting more excited when I come home. So I think she's starting to understand better. But I do notice when she comes home, or when I get home, she's a bit anxious the first day. I think it's just because dogs have such a routine. So I'm not saying she doesn't care I'm not there, but I think she gets into her routine and then I come back and she's like, holy shit, this pack has 3 of us in it again. And I'm like, yes. I just wrote a huge Substack post for Georgia's birthday, which is on June 26th, so it's coming. If you're interested in more about my dog, I know you are. Were you always this confident? What made it change? Yes, I was. Sara? I think that we've always had a degree of confidence in certain types of situations, and then I've actually recently started to think of myself as being introverted creatively and extroverted socially, which I never made that sort of delineation before, but I think the only reason why I actually have a music career, like a public-facing career, is because of Tegan. I think my desires are more creative, are more like just inward focused. And I love that it's like I have such gratitude for like the career and performances, but I think what drives me is actually more like what happens interiorly. And I just would like to say that my confidence has grown as I've gotten older. And the how did I make it change? I don't know, I think just as you get older, you realize like nobody's really paying that much attention to you. And
it's fine, you should just be you.
Yeah, just be you. Like, I think I was so self-conscious for so long, and now I realize that most people are feeling some degree of that, and so it's given me a lot of, it's actually this is another thing I've learned from having a child, is like, I wake up in the morning, and that's my lowest point for self-esteem generally, because I like, feel like I look hideous, and I just feel like we're all decaying in the morning, and it's just like, you just really get like a full dose of decay, and he just gets into the bed with us, and we're just like these ogres who just like slept, and we're just like one day closer to death, and just like, you know, bad breath, and he is like delighted to see us. Like we just hug him and kiss him, and he's just like, yes! Yeah, for now. Yeah. Well, you know, soak it in, you know? Yeah. Okay, there's a great one here from a secondary school teacher. That's a long paragraph that I'm going to summarize, which is ultimately asking about 2 students, one of whom has been talking. Actually, I'm just going to read the whole thing because I can't summarize at the same time. As it turns out, I cannot read and summarize at the same time. Hi, I'm a secondary school teacher. This year I have 2 students who are trans, and it has become more and more common for students to confide in me about their sexual orientation or identity. That's awesome. One of the 2 students I was talking about had written me a message on his exam paper to tell me he wanted to be a boy, but that his father didn't want him to be one. Do you have tips for knowing how to best support them? For example, in regards to their relationships with their parents, what kind of ally would you like to have had? What kind of ally would you have liked to have in your teachers when you were in high school? So I'll answer the second part first. I just know that like teachers who are understanding and cool and encouraged us, like I wore a band t-shirt, or like I had an English teacher who would always stop me and ask me what I was listening to. And I think for me, the teachers that stand out in my mind are the ones who showed an interest in me, especially if it wasn't academic related. And as a kid that felt really uncomfortable in my body and really uncomfortable in an academic setting, any encouragement or humor or just interest in me really made me feel seen. In terms of the tips for parents, you know, I can't speak specifically to the trans experience, but I know it's a hot topic right now and it's a really relevant one. I will say something I've said publicly many times, that as adults, everything we can do to support young people, we should do. And I am sad that so many adults go out of their way to make being a young person so miserable by not wanting adults to support and hear them out. And I just think encouraging young people by giving them access to really positive LGBTQ representation, especially if they're confused or they're searching for answers, is the best we can do. And I think the times are changing a lot, and it's so amazing that there's so much great LGBTQ music and content on TV and books. So I would say potentially to suggest some of that, or to encourage, resources. I think it's really hard to speak to like what a parent and kid's relationship is. Sarah and I, for like 2 decades now, parents come to our shows with their kids and ask for advice. I'm not a parent, Sarah is, so I guess you could ask her what she would do, but I'm hesitant to speak to what anyone should do, other than to say we should just make young people and all people feel good about who they are and just encourage them. So, and that for me worked through adults showing an interest in me. Sarah, this is a pretty intense follow-up. Who is your celebrity crush and why? Come on, I don't know. I don't even feel like I'm dead inside. I don't even have crushes anymore. I don't even remember what that is. You're not like Pedro Pascal or like, Pedro's pretty cute. Kate Blanchett. No, kind of like, I really, really respect Kate Blanchett, but I feel like my type is changing a little bit. I'll get back to you about it. I can't even remember my own name sometimes these days. I have nothing. I feel nothing. I literally feel nothing. Do you have a piece of advice for an aspiring musician? Another question? I mean, in this climate, I'd probably look into a different job. I know, I don't know. Do it because you really, really love it. Oh, and do it with your sibling. That's fun too. That's a great job. Okay, we're gonna play some songs. I'm really not bad. I'm not bad, dog. I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking like that.
Sorry. Tech support.
We're on our way.
Our screen turned off. Oh, I figured it out. Just press on. It went to
Sleep. I'm not an idiot. Do you want to do soil first?
Oh, sure.
I put this on TikTok. Sarah loves TikTok, so if you're not following us there, you should. We got a teleprompter finally, and it's so exciting because I can just decide to play a song today, 10 minutes ago, and now the words are right there, and I don't even have to remember them. Soon we'll just bring a huge TV up here, and I'll just come on from my living room, and ChatGPT will do it, and you don't even have to. All of us just sit in front of a TV. Are you getting this? You are? Okay. Yeah. No, but I think the coolest part of the teleprompter is that we've been so limited the last few years because trying to remember 10 albums worth of songs. So I'm really excited. It's our first day with it, so but I'm excited, especially for the VIP experience, because I feel like now we can put up a new song every day. Those words are absolutely minuscule on there. I'm gonna need to be bigger tomorrow. I don't even know if my glasses would work. I'm gonna have to get those new Apple goggles and just wear them. That is not a bad idea. That might be a good investment for us. Just Apple goggles, and when the words are right in front of your eye, yeah, that'll look cool. So this is a song called Soil. It is on a record called Pecan. And when I wrote it, I sent it to Sarah acoustic, but then I also did a punk rock version of it, and then I put it together. Because it was such a short song, I thought, I'll just repeat it, but louder. But we only put out the acoustic part. Can you believe that record came out 17 years ago? It feels like yesterday. Now I'm going to play that song instead of what I was just playing with the solo. We have the words, folks, but we are still unable to play the guitar and do it properly. Same chords. Oh, and I'm feeling directionless, yes, and that's to be expected. I don't like that, and keeps the morning. Another day is lost, just written wondering. I don't like that, all you need to save me. All you need to save me. Oh, God, now they come on, die flying down the road. And I won't take it the other home.
Okay, let me switch the lyrics for you. This should be super easy. Hopefully. Yay! So can you see that? How's that? Is that bigger?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Okay.
Hold on. You don't need the bridge.
I'm fine.
Okay?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
ballpark. That's big. Okay. And my laptop has a picture of my girlfriend hugging a neighbor's cat, so it's very pleasant. It's really inspiring up here.
I can't say that I'm sorry, and so I myself. I can't say that I'm sorry for loving you and hating myself. I had nothing to show you, I had nothing to hold you down. It's killing me to walk away, come you don't want me now. Why don't you wanna wait this out? Come you always leave me on, never take my call, hear me out. Why don't you wanna win me now? Why don't you wanna show me off? Tell me why you couldn't try and keep me here. Well, I see you by my street, walking with a different girl. I see you by my house, where you're talking with a different girl. She's got nothing to show you, she's got nothing to hold you down. It's killing me to walk away, how come you don't want me now? Why don't you wanna wait this out? How come you always leave me on, never take my call, hear me out. Why don't you wanna win me now? Why don't you wanna show me off? Tell me why you couldn't try and keep me one day soon. I won't be the one who waits on you. Someday soon, I won't be the one who waits on you. How come you don't want me now? Why don't you wanna wait this out? How come you always leave me on, never take my call, hear me out? Why don't you wanna win me now? Why don't you wanna show me off? Tell me why you couldn't try and keep me. Come you don't want me now? Why don't you wanna wait this out? How come you always leave me on, never take my call, hear me out? Why don't you wanna win me now? Why don't you wanna show me off? Tell me why you couldn't try and keep me here.
Awesome. I'm really excited to see what the third one is. That's what you're gonna do?
That's what I had time to put up there. Yeah. Okay, great.
This is a rush day. We didn't talk through
First
the
and
third
fourth.
song. We talked through the first two songs. This was a big surprise for me. It's a big surprise for you guys. I'm not trying to, don't get your hopes up. It's nothing from my favorite Tegan album, The Con. Could you do Dark Comes Through right now?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! All right, now we're talking. Do you need the lyrics or do you need the album?
You close enough. I think I can get close enough.
There's always songs that I like of Tegan's from every album. But some really make, like, I don't know.
I like it all.
No, I do. I like all of them. And, like, each song has a, it's like a gradient, I like some songs really, really intensely because they remind me of certain things or because I prefer singing them. This was our retirement tour. We just can't have that anymore. She doesn't like my music, she's my TikTok. She doesn't like my music, she's my TikTok. I like TikTok. Whoever said I said I don't like making TikToks, but I like TikTok. I love being on TikTok. I burn at least an hour a day looking at TikTok. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. I haven't played this in a while, so decide how I'm gonna play it, but it's fine. You guys having an okay time?
Yeah!
I realized I hadn't asked, so I was like, oh, rude. It has been a pleasure to hang out with you. VIP is now coming to an end. Please, in an orderly way, if you want to, you could all group together, and then Michael, would you mind if we kind of crouch down to the photo?
Sure.
Or actually, why don't you go out that way, and then everyone turn and look that way, and then we can stay up on stage.
Thing is, if
that
you're turning this way, they're gonna be all dark and you'll be all in the spotlight. So I think it's better.
Oh, that sounds perfect. They'll be in the dark and we'll be in the spotlight. Yeah, you tell me what to do, but let's do a group photo if you want to be in it, and then
So I'll be shooting from.
I love that.
Feel that. Okay, I'm gonna come. Don't get stuck behind me. Yeah. Yeah, like move up. If you can't see Michael, you won't be in the photo. Right? That's how it works. Michael's got some real pipes.
Yeah. I try.
Want people to come in more?
Yeah, I think.
Do you want us to get closer together?
The thing is also like this gets in the way, so maybe we could maybe have like an angle.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
that's better.
You're hired. Last chance to be in the photo.
Perfect. 3, 2, 1. I'll just take a few more just in case. Maybe from here. You probably have the shutter sound on. Cool. And can we have one where, like, hands up in the air, just like,
That should be a story.
Let's do it on 3. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
You got it. Perfect.
Thanks. I appreciated the sound. Thank you. I'm just gonna take this back so I can look at the photo of my girlfriend and cat.
See you in a couple hours.
Yeah, see you in a few hours, you guys. Thank you.
So cute.